Alright, so do we want to just start with the title?
Folks.
Oh, sorry. Hey, it's girls, and we're coming here today to talk about Disney princesses. Since this entire project is about what Disney princesses do for little girls, we decided we would share what Disney princesses do for us. So to start off, who is your favorite Disney princess?
Want me to go first?
Sure.
My favorite is Tiana. That's my homegirl. I love her cooking. And yes, she's just the spirit of hard work. And hard work can get you to where you want to be. And a never-ending love for family is just perseverance. Yo, that speaks to me. That speaks to me.
I like it. My favorite Disney princess is Merida. I'm Scottish, so obviously, hail Scotland. But she is very much not a traditional princess, and I like that vibe. She does what she wants. She doesn't care about conforming to society, and I really think that speaks to a lot of people. You don't have to look like this or that to be a princess. You don't have to look like blonde, 5'8", whatever. You can do literally whatever you want. You can go be rough and tumble, but you can be vulnerable at the same time. So I like that balance between being rough and being vulnerable.
Okay, so my favorite Disney princess was Pocahontas because I grew up in the Native American culture, so having a Native American princess was awesome. But then Mulan came out when I was 8
Yes.
and changed the game.
Praise.
Because, she got to go play with the boys, and that was my thing. I was a tomboy, so going in, not and necessarily doing what a typical girl is supposed to do was really awesome for me. And also, she risked everything for her family, too. So that was really important to me.
That's awesome. Okay, our next question. What does it mean to be a princess?
Me first again?
Yeah.
Oh, what does it mean to be a princess? I think as a kid, for me it was always ball gowns and balls and singing to forest creatures. As someone who's, a lot of singing to forest creatures. As someone who, I'm older now, I'm about 20 years old, almost 21, and to me a princess is someone who's a leader of a country, good, kind, compassionate, balances that kindness and compassion with strength and with courage, and not only that, but talks a lot with people, figures out what the people want and what they need, and tries to create legislations. Obviously there's really not any, most monarchies today are constitutional, but tries to make a change in the world and make a positive impact, whether it's in her own personal community or it's in the country that she's from. So
Yeah, to me, a princess is someone who matches leadership with emotional vulnerability. Someone who can be strong and brave and lead a country, but someone at the same time who allows herself to be vulnerable, to allow herself to feel, to allow herself to, not put on that brave face all the time.
For me, being named Sarah, which means princess, I was always called a princess growing up. So for me, being a princess is being me. Having those manners and that etiquette and having that side of it, but at the same time, I was allowed to go outside and, play in the mud and have fun and enjoy being who I was as a person too. So being a princess in that regard was just being yourself and being true to yourself and who you are and what you love to do. But also at the same time being caring and loving and compassionate towards others and who they are and accepting them as who they are.
That's beautiful. All right. What does a princess look like?
I'm gonna go back to my childhood again. I like Disney princesses as a kid. I never cared. I never watched them religiously. But I think if you ask 7-year-old me, a princess is, someone who's pretty, who's thin, has a perfect figure, and honestly, someone who's very pale skin too. I think that's why I love Tiana and Anna so much, and Jasmine too. have these beautiful dark-skinned women with different hair textures, and like yes, they can be princesses too. And to me, now growing up, a princess can look like anyone. It can look like me. It can look like Kayla. It can look like Sarah. It can look like Lupita Nyong'o is a princess. I mean, quite honestly, I'm really sure. I'm pretty certain, not just a princess, she's a queen. But that's my opinion. I mean, a princess can look like anything and everything. So whatever you want.
Yeah, to me, a princess looks like someone who can lead. I always keep going back to these leadership qualities because a lot of earlier films with princess and a lot of the stereotype around princesses today is they're like, oh, they just sit around, they play dress up, they do whatever it is that females are supposed to do. But I think a princess looks like a leader, someone who can take their people and go forward in life. So, but aesthetically, a princess, I mean, like, you have princesses that look like so many different people. I think any girl can look like a princess.
For me, again, going back to, being constantly told by my parents that I was a princess looks like me, just someone who's average. So that's pretty much, what a princess would look like. It's just anybody, being called that. And I think it's really about what you're told at a young age, how valuable you really are. And that's the more important aspect of what a princess looks like, is knowing your value and knowing how much you're worth, but at the same time also leading and being, kind and compassionate. That's the kind of thing that I go back to, is being just loving on everybody, and being supportive of, the differences of who we all are, because we're all different and we're all unique. So that's what a princess should be. It's not really about what she looks like in my mind. So
Awesome. Okay, so pretty soon Disney is coming out with their newest princess, Moana. She's going to be their first Polynesian/Pacific Islander princess. So I would love to know, what do you guys look for in, like, what kind of Disney princess do you guys want to see Disney make?
I mean, besides the qualities that we mentioned before, as far as personality qualities, I think Disney has been on a good track since kind of the Renaissance era to create women that are strong and compassionate and are great leaders. As far as like a physical quality, I mean, Moana is awesome. Like, she's gonna have this thick, kind of wavy, curly hair that's dark. I love that. I mean, no offense to Merida, the red hair is beautiful and the curls are beautiful, but it's still on someone who's white and as someone who's Latina and has such a ethnically diverse background. I would love to see Disney create, first off, a Latin princess. Okay. Secondly, I would love someone with curly, dark hair, and I mean like super curly, kinky, coily curls. Like, I just want to see that, man. Please, that'd be awesome. Show that to my kids if I had kids, but I don't. And I don't have kids. Single.
She's single and ready to mingle.
A little bit of ready to mingle.
For me, I'm Russian, part Russian, so I would love to see Disney do a Russian princess, but really, what I want to see Disney do, I want to see some awesome, like, African tribal princess, because we got a black princess with Tiana, and then we have sort of an African princess in, like, the Lion King, but she's a lion, but I mean, like, basically, I want to see Lupita Nyong'o as a princess,
Please.
in like, regal garb. That's all I want.
So my biggest thing is, as a singing voice, can we please have an alto singing voice?
Yes!
Because I want to be able to sing along with the songs.
Yes.
That's my biggest thing, because not everybody has that crazy, perfect soprano voice. So that's the aspect I would go into. For me, my ethnic backgrounds have already been done. I'm European and Native American, so they've been covered. Let's expand more. They are expanding into different cultures and different ethnic backgrounds, so as they continue on with that, but yeah, just change the voice, please. Like, I want to sing with it.
I want to see a princess who can rap.
Yo!
Yes!
For real,
Yes!
though.
Disney, if you're watching, yes.
Voiced by Nicki Minaj. Let's get this going.
Let's go.
Please.
Let's go.
Please.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today, but be sure to subscribe to our social media, be on the lookout for our blog post, and go donate on our Disney Indiegogo page. if you don't have money to donate, you can donate your time in boosting our spread the word about our campaigns, spread the word about our documentary, and tune in for more information. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love you.